Kia ora, you have 10 minutes.
We got a presentation. I got my daughter here, and we need, how do we score? Where's the presentation?
You should have
I've got it here. She'll work it out.
Thank you, yes. Yeah. Ask a young person, that's the strategy. You have 10 minutes, including time for questions. Thank you.
Okay, I've got a lot of things to say. I'm going to really rush it. Thank you, Mayor and Councillors, for your time. My name is Eyal. I know I don't sound like local, but I've been living in Wellington for 35 years. I'm director of Prime Property Group. Prime is a Wellington-based property organization. We employ 230 permanent staff and many hundreds of contractors. We are a large hotel provider, parking provider, office provider. We strengthened and upgraded many Wellington office buildings. We are a large residential new housing provider. I want to deal with the question, should we impose higher rates on vacant industrial land, residential land? The answer is no. The outcome will be exactly the opposite of what you are trying to achieve, less houses. I will give you an example. Prime have been developing housing in Newlands, right beside the motorway, by the public transport corridor for the past 20 years. These are modest houses. When we started, after a few years of planning battles, council only approved 30 houses on the massive 40-hectare site. 30 houses on such a large site could not have been modest. We have engaged in litigation. We've getting litigated and planning application with council ever since to enable more houses on the site. We currently have planning permission for about 250 houses. About 200 are now built. We believe 350 is the right number. We are still arguing with the council. As we speak, council have in its consent processing department application for about 40 houses that have been sitting there now for about 18 months. Council wants us to upgrade some non-related roading away from the site in exchange for consent. This is just one of many examples. I can provide many more, mine and others. After all these years of opposition by council, it's beyond belief. The council now thinks that it can fix things by applying more tax. Developers has always tried to provide more houses. Should council bid and land with more tax, easy way out will be to develop less houses. That is including non-developers, landholders. If council can differentiate between the two, and it can't, once low density is developed, it will stay that way for many, many years. Do not put vacant residential land rate up or it will cause unintended consequences. The second thing I want to deal with is differential rating option. First, I want to congratulate you for considering a reduction in differential. For the healthy future of the city, you must drop the differential altogether. You are very aware of difficulties commercial property owners are facing in recent years. Your own council experience show council office buildings have been now vacant for 6 years, over 6 years, due to seismic problems, challenges. Council attempt to repair the town hall backfired, Michael Fowler issues. This is just a small list of council challenges with operating its own commercial property portfolio. We are no different. This example demonstrates the struggle Wellington commercial property owners are facing every day. Almost every commercial property in Wellington now requires seismic upgrade. Our insurance costs have ballooned. However, unlike council, we cannot move to another building when it gets too hard to fix our own building. We can't raise more rents when repair costs and insurance costs double or triple. However, long term, it's not the landlords that are paying the price, it's the city. I will explain. Although we can't have an annual meeting and set our rates to recover our cost, but over a longer period, rents are lifted to cover required costs, otherwise nothing can be done. So after a while, Wellington businesses are the ones who are paying the cost, and so are consumers, because the businesses needs to recover its cost as well to stay afloat. High commercial rates will be making Wellington even a harder place to do business, and as we have been seen recently, in many years, many businesses left town. There should be no differential. The only reason there is a differential is because your predecessors wanted to retain their job by putting commercial rates up in order to keep residential rates down, to be popular with voters. Please be honest. That's the only reason. Let's have a look at all the issues the council is dealing with at the moment. Library, town hall, Michael Fowler, leaking pipe, council offices, building, reading cinema, sewage plants, you name it. All the costs that are associated with running the city should not be applied to commercial property any different than applied to residential property. Further, in recent years, more so during COVID, trend that has been emerging that many employees are working from home. Therefore, commercial activity is actually taking place at home these days. Let's look at a normal week where a person works, say, 2 days at the home and 3 days at the office. That's 24 working hours per week at the office and 144 working hours, not working, are at home. So if a differential is required, maybe it's the wrong way around. Commercial rate-wise, Wellington is the most expensive place to do business in the country by a large margin. We have extracted these numbers from Council's website and compare rates for commercial building of $1.5 million value in Wellington and other cities. Can you see the graph? No, you can't see it. It's behind you, is it? Can you see it? Oh, you got it. Sorry. Okay. As you can see, out of $1.5 million building in Wellington, roughly $22,000. In Auckland is $8,000. This is what you're paying in Auckland. Dunedin seems to be high, but we are substantially higher. Now, what we've done here, you may not agree with these numbers because your numbers are different, but these numbers include the regional council and includes all the fees, which is what we're actually paying. So these are true numbers, okay? To keep, how long have I got? 4 minutes. To keep the city viable, you must reduce the differential. May I suggest some cost saving that will reduce the rates for all? Please consider. Do not proceed with the Golden Mile work. 90% of business are telling you it will harm their business. Their interest is the same as yours. Be vibrant and successful. Proceeding with undermining their business. Listen to them. They know what's good for them and us. There is a better way. Move one bus route, the northern bound, out of the Golden Mile to Jervis Key. Keep the southbound in the Golden Mile and leave the cars there. Do not turn the rest of the Golden Mile into a massive bus corridor like what was done to Manor Street. This is a photo in Manor Street 2 weeks ago. This is Manor Street. Fix the old library to 67% NBS. Will probably cost you $25 million. There's a few people behind me. You're spending their money. Okay, the people in front of me, they're complaining about rates, as well as myself. You're spending that money. You put in a new library at a cost of $200 million. You can do it for $25 million. Just fix it to 67%. Fix your own council building to 67%. It has to be done. It can be done. That's how the rest of us has to live. We can't build new buildings based on so we have to fix what we got. You need to fix what you got as well, and you can save your ratepayers' money. Demolish the town hall. I do not believe that demolition of town hall will cost $100 million, as reported. Impossible. Build a new one. We live in a high seismic risk city. That's the cost of living here. All buildings sometimes needs to go. Even if you fix the town hall at the cost of $350 million, in 10 years' time, new engineers and new rules will more than likely define it as aspect prone, as it happened to many buildings. I believe this is the fourth time, I've been told, this is the fourth time we're fixing the town hall. Okay, 10 years' time, you'll have to fix it again. Knock it off. Retain the Michael Fowler car park. Council contracted to sell this car park for a song about 2 years ago for $1.5 million and not yet got paid for it. Cancel that contract. You will need this land to repair or redevelop the Michael Fowler Town Hall. The Michael Fowler, the Town Hall, it's not too late. The buyer will agree because it has a long, ongoing, exclusive relationship with you. One last thing, I want to thank you for the cycle lanes. I mostly commute on a bike and I thoroughly enjoy the cycle lanes, mainly because there's hardly anyone else there. I know I pay a lot of rates, but no one ever told me that you use my money to provide me private cycle lanes. Thank you. Live within our means, keep rates down, abolish the differential.
I have a question from Councillor Young.
Yeah, thank you very much. Of course, I think I agree with everything you say.
We're actually not
But
into...
my question is, could you just tell us what you are doing with the Amora Hotel?
What I'm doing with Amora Hotel, I'm considering whether repair or a new building is appropriate, and it's not a 5-minute job, and I'm working on it. Right now, we're starting repairing the James Smith car park building. By the way, it was in the consent process for 2 years. We just received it about a month ago. So the James Smith car park is now being repaired. It will take 2 years, okay? And we are looking at the Amora, but right now there is option whether to demolish it. The site will be suitable for a bigger building, better building. The Amora has got low start. There's pros and cons, so we are still working on that. We actually has designed the repair, but we're not sure it's the right thing to do.
Thank you.
Quick question from Councillor Pennant? No. Okay. All right. No, we're out of time.
Where's MP?
No, we're out of time. Thank
where's
you.
MP Tamata? He hasn't gone because I'm in Israel.
Excuse me, we've run out of time.
Huh?
Eyal, thank you. We're out of time. Thank you very much. All right. We are now ready for our last submission. I believe John Swan is here on behalf